95% of new products fail in the first year. 95%. That stat comes from Harvard Business School professor Clayton Christensen, and it has held remarkably steady for decades. So here is the question I want you to sit with for a second. Why do some founders launch products that take off almost immediately, while others pour their savings, their nights, and their weekends into something that nobody buys? After 30 years, help drive business growth leveraging technology, I can tell you the answer is not talent. It is not luck. It is not even a better idea. The difference is research and validation done the right way before a single dollar gets spent on development. If you are an aspiring founder, a side hustler thinking about going full time, a small business owner trying to expand into a new product line, or a corporate professional finally ready to bet on yourself, this video is for you. We are going to walk through the exact research framework that separates winning products from the 95% that never make it. Before we dive in, do me a quick favor, check the links in the description. I have dropped the full winning product research ebook there for you to download free, plus the link to our Startup Venture Lab community where we share templates, frameworks, and live mentorship for founders building real businesses. And if you are not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now so you do not miss the next video in this series. We release new content every single week. Here is exactly what we are going to cover in the next 8 minutes. First, how to spot real opportunities in a crowded market. Second, how to leverage trends before your competitors even see them coming. Third, how to build customer profiles that actually drive product decisions instead of sitting in a slide deck. Fourth, how to evaluate your competition the right way. Fifth, how to use keyword and demand research to validate that people will actually pay. And sixth, how to test your idea cheap and fast before you bet the farm on it. Stick with me to the end because I am going to give you a 90-day action plan you can start running on Monday morning. Let us get into it. Spotting opportunities in the market. The first mistake I see founders make is they fall in love with their idea before they ever talk to a customer. Do not do that. Instead, segment the market and look for the friction. Where are people frustrated? Where are they cobbling together workarounds? Where are they complaining in reviews and on social media? Use the jobs to be done framework from Harvard Business School. People do not buy a meal kit because they want food. They buy convenience and stress reduction at the end of a long day. People do not buy a fitness tracker. They buy proof that they are becoming the person they want to be. When you understand the real job, you stop competing on features and start competing on outcomes. That is where the moat is. On the Amazon side, AMZS Scout suggests that a product generating over 300 sales per month signals strong market potential. But raw numbers are only half the story. Watch out for confirmation bias. Do not just look for data that supports the conclusion you already want. Leveraging trends for future growth. Now let us talk trends. The predictive analytics market is projected to hit $28 billion by 2026. Growing at nearly 22% per year. AI tools today can scan thousands of reviews, social posts, and forum threads in minutes and surface patterns no human team would ever catch on their own. As someone who has been building automation pipelines using N8N, OpenAI, and vector databases for the last couple of years, I can tell you the cost of running this kind of analysis has dropped dramatically. The founders who win in the next 24 months will be the ones who learn to combine AI-driven trend signals with old-fashioned customer conversations. 2 warnings, though. Do not over-rely on historical data, because tomorrow does not always look like yesterday. And keep your view global, because trends cross borders fast now. Understanding who you serve. This is the chapter that will save you the most money. Build deep customer profiles. I am not talking about the surface level demographic stuff. I'm talking about 3 layers. Basic information like age, location, income, and family status. Personal characteristics like values, lifestyle, goals, and decision-making patterns. And behavioral insights like buying habits, brand relationships, price sensitivity, and how quickly they adopt new technology. Get this data through one-on-one interviews, focus groups, structured surveys, and online community engagement. Then keep these profiles alive, update them quarterly. Markets shift, customers evolve, and a profile from 2 years ago is a liability, not an asset. Evaluating market competition. You cannot build a winning product without understanding who you are up against. And here's what most founders miss. You have direct competitors who sell something similar, and you have indirect competitors who solve the same problem in a completely different way. If you are building a productivity app, your real competition might not be another app. It might be a notebook, a spreadsheet, or a virtual assistant. Look at the whole behavioral landscape, not just your category. Build yourself a feature comparison matrix. List every meaningful competitor across the top and put your features, pricing tiers, support options, and positioning down the side. This document alone has saved me more bad decisions than I can count. Then go read their negative reviews. Their one-star reviews are gold. That is where you find the gap that becomes your wedge into the market. Set up a rhythm. Weekly competitor monitoring, monthly strategic assessments, and an annual deep dive. Track market share shifts, customer acquisition costs, feature adoption rates, and customer satisfaction scores. Competition is not static. Treat it like a moving target because that is exactly what it is. Mastering keyword and demand research. Now here is where the rubber meets the road. When people search online, they are literally telling you their needs, their fears, and their wallet readiness. The trick is reading both volume and intent. A search for how to choose running shoes is research mode. A search for Nike Air Zoom size 10 best price is purchase mode. Those two searches have wildly different commercial value. Long-tail keywords like eco-friendly yoga mats for beginners almost always convert better than the broadhead terms. Lower volume, less competition, higher intent. That is the formula. Tool-wise, you do not need to spend a fortune. Start with Google Trends and Google Keyword Planner. They are free and they are powerful. As you grow, layer in Ahrefs or Helium 10 for deeper competitive data, and AMZS Scout if you are doing anything on Amazon. Look for keywords with consistent or growing interest, clear purchase intent, manageable competition, and enough margin to actually run a business on. And do not skip local. A bakery I read about used phrases like best cupcakes in their city and custom birthday cakes near me and grew their customer base by 50% in 3 months. Local intent plus low competition is one of the most underrated plays in business right now. Testing and validating your ideas. Here's a stat that should stop every founder cold. CB Insights research shows that 42% of new SaaS products fail because of insufficient market demand. 42%. They built something nobody actually wanted to buy. Do not be that statistic. Write down your assumptions in plain English. Something like small business owners will pay $50 per month for an automated bookkeeping solution. That is testable. That is concrete. Then go talk to 20 real small business owners. Listen, do not pitch. Ask about their current pain. Ask what they are using today and what they hate about it. Once you understand the problem, build the cheapest possible test of the solution. A landing page with an email sign up, a Figma mockup, a pre-order campaign on Kickstarter or your own site. Airbnb literally validated their whole business model with a simple page describing the experience before they wrote serious code. Set a minimum threshold before you start, and if you do not hit it, do not lie to yourself. Adjust. Industry-specific research techniques. Quick note on industry. Tech moves fast and rewards rapid prototyping. Healthcare is regulated and slow with multiple stakeholders, so build clinical and compliance time into your plan. Food and beverage demands sensory testing and safety compliance. Manufacturing has long sales cycles and supply chain considerations. The principles in this video apply everywhere, but the speed and the tooling have to match the sector you are playing in, your 90-day action plan. All right, here is the plan I promised you. Days 1 through 30 are foundation. Honestly assess what you have today. Pick a small set of tools that fit your budget. Establish your basic data collection process. Train yourself or your team on the fundamentals. Days 31 through 60 are implementation and testing. Run a small pilot. Start collecting real data. Watch how insights flow between you and your team or your contractors. Adjust the loops where things are getting stuck. Days 61 through 90 are optimization and scaling. Review what is working, cut what is not. Plan the next phase, whether that means more tools, more team, or more market. Cervicate found that businesses with clear research objectives are 72% more likely to develop successful products. 72%. That is not a small edge. That is the edge. Listen, I have been doing this for 30 years. I have built and sold companies. I have built OTT platforms, logistics SaaS, automation pipelines, and AI agents. I have also raced 31 Ironman triathlons, including the World Championship in Kona. And I will tell you this, building a winning product and finishing an Ironman have more in common than you think. Both reward preparation over inspiration, both punish guesswork, both demand that you do the unglamorous work in the dark on the days when nobody is watching long before race day arrives. Research is your training. Validation is your race plan. And every hour you spend understanding your customer before you build is an hour you do not have to spend rebuilding after launch. If this resonated with you, here is the most important thing I am going to say in this video. You do not have to do this alone. That is exactly why I built Startup Venture Lab. It is the community I wish I had when I started 30 years ago. Inside, you get the templates we use ourselves for customer profiles, competitive matrices, and validation experiments. You get frameworks for keyword research and trend analysis. You get direct mentorship from operators who have actually built and exited companies. And you get a room full of founders at every stage who are walking the same road you are walking. The link to join is in the description below, along with the free download of the full Winning Product Research ebook this video is based on. That ebook has every chapter, every framework, and every checklist in one place. If you got even one idea out of this video, do me 3 quick favors. 1, hit that like button. It genuinely helps the channel reach more founders like you. 2, subscribe and turn on notifications because we drop new content every single week on building, validating, and scaling real businesses. And 3, drop a comment below and tell me which step in the 90-day plan you are starting with this week. I read every comment and I will personally respond. Remember, 95% of new products fail, but you now have the framework the other 5% use. Do the research, validate the demand, build with confidence, and I will see you in the next video. Train hard, build smart, win the race. I am JT. See you in the next one.